Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about your financial safety. You have become an actress. Can you talk to me about how you got into acting?
Oh, yes. Okay. So when I moved to LA, people were, I actually got a call at Warner Brothers. I went and they gave me the script for The Huntsman or something. It was like a big movie with Kristen Stewart. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to go read for this. This was so not for me. But I took acting classes after that and I started acting here and there. And when people would give me a job, because honestly, people would give me jobs,
Mhm.
I took them. So I'd be on sets and I did a movie and I got my SAG card and I worked on commercials. And I think what's been really fun is I'm all about like paying your dues and doing the hard stuff. So I've taken jobs that have not paid me very well, have taken up a lot of my time. I've learned on the job a lot. So I've actually done a lot of movies and I've got a lot of film work and post production. And they've just been very quiet because they're not my big break. It takes a lot for you to see the biggest acting projects in the world. And so I'm kind of
Sure.
waiting on that opportunity, but I've been paying my dues quietly behind the scenes.
Okay, tell us about some of the films that you've been in that
I've
you
been,
like, that you want to talk about.
well, right now I've got one streaming on Hulu called Alone at Night. I play a blonde who's in a reality show. It's very funny. My role is very funny, but the movie is amazing. Pamela Anderson, G-Eazy, Winnie Harlow are in the film, Ashley Benson, Paris Hilton. So it's fun to work with that cast. I think that was pretty amazing.
Okay,
I've got
that's called
a series,
Alone at Night. And what did you say
Alone
was
at Night.
on
Yeah, it's
Hulu?
scary.
Okay.
I've got another series called Paper Empire that's in post production, and it's very much like an action Miami kind of thing. I've got a gun, I hold it like this. So that's kind of an edgier crime kind of series. But Denise Richards is attached to that project, and I even got to act with Richard Grieco. Do you remember Richard Grieco?
Yes, of
He
course.
pointed a gun at my head in one of the scenes. I loved it. I was like, this is great.
So
So
fun. Now,
yeah.
wait, were you intimidated at all? Because some of these names, have been acting for a very long time, or did it come easy to you?
You know what is interesting? Almost every acting project I've had has been with a celebrity. Like almost every scene I've done has been with someone who was huge. So it's always intimidating when people watch you. But what I'm
Mhm.
learning on the job is I'm learning that you have to pretend that these people don't exist and just remember the camera. Like the only thing that is gonna who's actually watching is the camera. So I'm trying to remember like how do I look to these people? Like that's actually my little focus. But you learn new things every job. You learn how to prepare for your fellow actor messing up, and you learn how to mark your spots. And I've learned a lot from acting. You know, Romeo Miller taught me that when someone grabs your hand in a scene, you need to look down and be overly aware of the hand. It's unnatural to do stuff like that, but you need to make your eyes show what to look at. And I learned from these people. I think it's really fun.
Wow, that is very cool.
Mhm.
And did I read right that Kelsey Grammer was in one of your films?
Yeah, I think he might be attached to Paper Empire, but I'm not totally sure.
Okay, so you didn't film with him.
No, I didn't film with him.
Okay, wait, I want to ask you a question. You said you got to hold a gun.
Yes.
So I guess I have to ask you because of this whole thing with Alec Baldwin and having a gun on set. What
Yeah.
was that like? Did they train you how to hold the gun?
It's crazy you asked me that because I think about this. I've been thinking about this nonstop with the whole story.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is attached to a project, another project I have in post production. But with the gun, so the first day we had a gun on set, and the gun was being pointed near my face. We had the armorer, and the armorer came out and they said, "This is a live gun," or "There's no bullets in the thing." They did this whole moment, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so freaked out." And then
Was
I,
this
I was
before or after all
before.
this stuff with Alec Baldwin?
This
Okay.
is before, maybe like 6 months before.
Mhm.
And I remembered asking, I was talking with Richard Grieco, and I said, why don't they have fake ones? Because I'm like, maybe there's something I'm missing. And he goes, well, the real gun has a weight to it. People who are really well versed in guns would know the difference between a real one and a fake one. It's just harder. Basically, just it's an element of realism. And I remembered in my head going, if only there was a job where you made fake things real. Like if
Mhm.
only there was something. But I was like, it's literally what we do. But I was so tired. I was like, maybe I'm missing something. There's got to be something else to why we use real ones. But it's an argument that people argue all the time. On the internet, it's really an argument of realism versus safety. And a lot of times, film sets are super safe and people do everything right. But it's kind of what kind of risk are you willing to take for what kind of outcome. But I mean, we have unsafe elements of film all the time, even in cars and stunts and
Sure.
this and that. And it's just in it, and I don't even know. But I was just like, oh, this is very scary.
Well, having been in that situation, did you have an opinion watching what happened and what unfolded? Did you think it was plausible that somebody could have messed up and not noticed that there were live rounds and a gun? Or like, what do you think actually happened there?
Oh my God. I think that there
Mm.
there truly are people who can be negligent in every job. Every job. The biggest jobs in the world, the most esteemed positions, the human can make mistakes. The human can also be malice. I have no idea what this person was, if it was negligence or malice, but the brain is not a fixed thing. Like the brain can make mistakes really easily. It's not a machine. And so anytime you do any job, you have to just like you have to assume that people will make huge mistakes at every job and everything in life. So I'm a fraidy cat. I'm a check, rechecker kind of person. So it's devastating. Mm.
Yeah, that was devastating. Okay, you also have a vegan Mexican restaurant. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not. I
Okay.
wish it was.
What?
I know. I feel like good things happen to vegans because they're so wonderful and
Oh
full
my
of.
God, you are funny. Well,
I know.
I
I
think
know.
good things happen to meat eaters too. Even though I love animals more than I
Yeah.
like people, I don't
Yeah.
like to think that they are one and the same.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
okay,
I
so
hope
tell
it's
me
not
about
a
your
test.
restaurant.
I just don't want it to be like a test to get into heaven and I failed every day. I ate a chicken nugget. I think about it all the time. I'm scared, but
Are
oh my
chicken nuggets really chicken though?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
wish
don't know either.
I'm down for the artificial stuff. I'm like, I want to go to heaven. But no, the restaurant is delicious. It's so
Okay.
amazing what the chef has been able to do with like fake cheese and like, all this other sources of protein that are not with animal products. It's so good for the environment. The founder, Jade Nicole, she's worked with PETA and every kind of animal rights group you could think of for a lifetime. And so it's
Uh,
nice to be attached to it and it's really good.
and what's your role within it?
Oh my God, I'm just an investor. I'm free.
Okay. But do you go and eat there and enjoy it? Can you help with the
Yes.
menu if you don't like something on it or
Honestly, they have not asked any of that of me. I just gave some money and I said, "Here you go.
oh
Good
nice.
luck. I hope
Okay.
to see some back."
Right. And there's a couple different locations, right?
Yes, we have one in West Hollywood, we have one in Ventura Boulevard, and we've got one in Long Beach, which is brand new.
Okay. And then I just want to get back to one thing you were saying, talking about earlier, which I think, is very eye-opening and your whole reason for like the eyes up here thing, that there are stigmas that go with being a beautiful woman, a young woman, a woman that has a good personality that also can be sexy. What have you learned and what do you think is most misunderstood about, you can either say about you or about women in general, and kind of making it through life?
Ooh, well, I think myself and most women and most humans in general are multifaceted.
Mhm.
We're so easy to put someone in a box, especially because of how they look. And I think I don't know if it was like a cruel thing. Like my boobs are natural. I'm a small person and I got ridiculed forever. I mean, I still get mocked in public. I still get stares and laughed at and all this stuff. And I just we are way more complex than we are kind of one dimensional, most of us. And I think the sooner that we realize that life is going to require nuance to be, we're only going to have a utopia or like a happy life if we can deal with nuance. And I think
Mhm.
that's going to be really hard for people. And it's something we've got to wrap our minds around. People can be sexy, but they can also be smart, and they can be a mother, but they can also be very fun, and they can be disciplined, but also have a childlike wonder about the world. We can be all these things at once.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I don't like boxes.
Got it.
Mm.
Do you believe in manifesting?
I do. I definitely.
So tell me a couple of things that you are manifesting for your future that we should root for you for.
Oh my gosh. I have three lines I tell myself in the mirror, but I'm too embarrassed to say. But on the back of my phone, I have an acting job I want. I have an advertising job I want. I have the cover of my book I want, and I have a cover that's coming out that I already got. So I've got a lot of stuff, but I don't know if I should put it out yet.
Okay, well, that's up to you. But
Yeah.
I want, our listeners just to be able to root for you about something. Or is there one thing that you are looking forward to that you're doing that people can look for in the future with you?
I'm really looking forward to sharing my world a little bit. And I hired a full-time photographer or filmer. What is it called when you film video? Videographer.
Videographer, yeah.
On me around, and I'm gonna share my life a little bit more through video. So I want everyone to see that. I really want
That's
you to
the
see
vlogging thing you were
the
talking
vlog.
about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want people to see. I've got a project brewing in the desert, and that could be it could come up in 2 weeks, it could come up in 2 years, but that's going to be a big project in my world, and I think we're going to take people along with that. But yeah, every night I pray. You know, the last thing I say is I pray that I'm in line with my divine purpose. I just want to be on that path. So just hope that I'm on that path and everything else will work out.
Okay, I love that. Tell people where they can find you, subscribe to your OnlyFans, find you on Instagram and TikTok and all those things.
You can find me at Lindsey Pelas pretty much everywhere.
Amazing. And your Instagram is your name?
Yes,
Perfect.
Lindsey.
And spell your last name for people.
It's Pelas,
Perfect.
but
And
not like
Lindsey, right?
EY.
Perfect. Lindsey, it was a pleasure getting to know you a little bit. I can't wait to see what comes of your future. Good luck to
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you very much.